Our last video about the Raptorliner makeover of our formerly ugly green van was received very well and had a lot of views. So thank you very much for the nice feedback we got from you. The most frequently asked question was how much this makeover cost us. So I will gladly address the cost issue in this video among other things. We have a detailed spreadsheet in which we have an elaborate calculation of our budget and the actual amount we have spent on every detail of our van. In the spreadsheet we also have made some designs. You might not know you can actually use Excel as a drawing tool if you have the patience to. We made our electrical design using Excel and also our water design. And we have loads of other worksheets we use for notes, cost comparisons, etc. But for now we will focus on the cost of the Raptorliner. Our original spreadsheet is in Dutch. You might have noticed English is not my native language. I speak Danglish. So I've translated the cost analysis in English and made a readable chart. We've spent about €200 on materials and all the anti-rust and car bodywork that had to be done. All the Raptorliner specific materials were about €1100. This includes the professional spray gun, degreaser, adhesive promoter, anti-rust epoxy primer, the 6-liter black Raptorliner and the 16-liter of tintable Raptorliner in raw color 603 olive green. We actually found a supplier who pre-mixed the tintable Raptorliner with the raw color we wanted, so we didn't have to mix it ourselves. We only had to add the hardener. This cost us a bit more, but it was well worth the price as the markup was minimal. For Dutch viewers, check out the color store in Nuenen. All the masking tape and paper, personal protection and cleaning products were about €150. And these costs are for the largest Mercedes Sprinter van L4H3. So for many this will be a worst case scenario. Raptorliner is well within reach of many budgets. You can get a nice result even if you are an absolute beginner, never having spray painted a vehicle in your life like me. And lastly, I want to address some of the other questions we have received in the format of a few quick tips and tricks. When using car body filler, mix the filler in with the hardener on a plastic surface so moisture is not extracted by the surface you are mixing on. This impacts the drying time and the quality of the end result. The Raptorliner will not bond well on a smooth surface. Roughing up the old coating using 120 to 180 grit sandpaper is preparation enough to apply Raptorliner to. You just have to take out the clear coat, so no need to be too aggressive. There is no need to sand the surface down to bare metal. Of course, clean and degrease the surface first before applying Raptorliner. However, if you have a rusty spot, you will have to sand it down to bare metal and cover it with the 2-component epoxy anti-rust primer. Sand, clean and degrease these spots before applying Raptorliner. Remove dust with a brush or a compressor to blow the dust off if you have one. This is much faster and saves valuable time. To save even more time, use a regular spray gun and a compressor to apply the slow drying degreaser on your van and wipe it down. Using a cloth to apply and wipe it down was very time consuming. For difficult to sand spots and plastic surfaces like trims and bumpers, use the adhesive promoting primer. This comes in a regular spray can and it's pretty easy to apply. Don't underestimate the time it takes to mask the spots on the van you don't want to spray. We did. It took us about twice the time we had planned. I would recommend to use the Raptorliner professional spray gun and a compressor set to 5 bars of pressure to get the finest texture that Raptorliner can give you. To get as fine a finish as possible, we set the adjustable nozzle to a minimal paint volume. Meaning we wound the nozzle all the way into the spray gun, then gave it 2 full turns out, and used the second ring to secure the nozzle in place. Just have the spray gun at a distance of about 30 to 70 centimeters from the surface and spray using a sweeping motion. Most important is to keep the spray gun moving at all times, so you don't get any excessive material buildup in one spot. So at the end of your sweep, swiftly move the other way. When you fix a bottle to the spray gun, turn the bottle until it's tight but not too tight. And then turn the bottle back half a turn, so it will easily come loose when changing a bottle. Raptorliner cures fast, and having the bottle too tight makes the bottle very hard to remove from the spray gun when it's empty and partly cured. For personal protection, always use a respirator and protective latex or nitrile gloves when spraying Raptorliner. You need to leave at least 60 minutes of curing between coats. We actually took a longer period because we ran out of daylight. We had the van cure overnight and the next day we touched up a few spots with a partial third layer. The best thing is to remove the masking tape after about 60 minutes of curing, as Raptorliner is touch dry in less than an hour. Clean the spray gun regularly, as a rule of thumb, after every 2 bottles of Raptorliner. Swipe the excess paint off the long metal inlet and use acetone to clean the spray gun and nozzle. Also use a cloth drenched in acetone to clean the inlet side of the spray gun. So this concludes the cost analysis and a few lessons learned. If you haven't watched the whole makeover video yet, make sure you do, to get all the ins and outs of this project. You will find more tips and tricks in that video. For now, thanks for watching this video, give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We will see you in the next one.